Hello everyone and welcome to my video series on Team Fortress 2 weapon guides. In this video we will be looking at the Tomislav. We will be looking at the very basics of this weapon and go a little bit more in depth into what that means. Alright, so let's get started on the Tomislav. It's got 10% faster spin-up time. What does this mean? It decreases the amount of time you need to ready your minigun from 870 milliseconds down to 783 milliseconds. Has a 20% slower firing speed, which means instead of firing one bullet every 100 milliseconds, that is increased to 120 milliseconds. So yeah, it's approximately 8 shots a second instead of 10. Now here's the redeeming factor of this weapon that in my opinion makes it one of the best weapons in the game. It's a silent killer, no barrel spin sound, so as your minigun is winded up or deployed, it does not make any sound as the other miniguns do. And like I said, it's no sound at all. This can let you hide behind a corner or behind a wall or something, and unless the enemy sees you, you will basically make no sound at all. So yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, let's go into the damage of this weapon. At point blank, it could do up to 54 damage. How at long ranges or at your maximum range or whatnot, this thing will only do as low as 5. So yeah. Anyway, so a critical hit or will do 27 damage. Yeah. So this weapon is a part of a weapon set known as the Black Market Business, consisting of the Tomislav, the Family Business, the Eviction Notice, and the Capo's Capper. It grants no effects, so yeah, there's nothing too overpowered there. So yeah, like I said, this weapon, it's because of this, it makes no sound as when it's winded up. It's very good. It's one of the best weapons in the game, in my opinion. So yeah, of course, the 20% slower firing speed, which means if you're ever gonna fight another heavy, especially if the enemy heavy is overhealed or has more health than you, you're gonna need a head start on fighting him because the damage of this weapon, this damage per second is significantly lower than of the stock miniguns. So yeah, just remember, if you're gonna fight another heavy, you'll need a head start against them. So yeah, this weapon, although it's a little slower, I find it's still pretty good at mowing down enemies and killing enemies. You'll notice it takes a little longer, but it's nothing. It's not to the point where you have to change your playstyle completely. However, it wouldn't hurt to take a little bit more precautions when using it. So yeah. What else I wanted to say? As you can see on the screen, this is barely a minigun. It's basically a barrel-fed or something that looks like a barrel-fed machine gun or whatnot. So yeah. Anyway, what else did I want to say about this weapon? So yeah. This lets you play a little bit more stealthful if you want to, because it makes no sound whatsoever until you fire it. So yeah. Alright, what else I want to say? This weapon was released in the Uber update. It can also be found in the Strange variant in crate. Was it? Hold on, let me check my inventory real quick. Alright, while I'm checking my inventory, let's see here. Let's see, what else I want to say about this weapon? Here we go. Crate 47 can also be found in the Strange variant. Alright, so, yeah. Yeah, that's it. This weapon is a very simple, basically. It's not much to say about it, but even though it has these simple modifications, you could really take the heavy playstyle and, like I said, act a lot differently with it. Being all stealthful and whatnot, hiding behind corners and whatnot. So yeah. What else do I want to say about this? Let's see, damage ranges from 5 to 54, same as the stock minigun. Yeah, I suppose that's it. How much video do I have left? Oh man, I probably shouldn't have gotten so much gameplay. Oh well. So, let's see, what else is there? Hold on. Let's see, hold on. So, yeah, it starts with 200 starting ammunition, no reloads. Any additional ammunition, obtained will, simply just be added to that amount. So yeah. So this drum-fed machine gun. What else do I want to say about it? Well, before the Pyromania update, I believe it was actually on the Pyromania update. I believe it was actually nerfed. Its spin-up time was decreased from 40% down to 10%. I think that was a great move, as well. Even until now, I still think it's a great weapon. And back then, it would have been pretty darn overpowered in my opinion. So yeah, to have a spin time like that. But now I think it might not hurt to increase slightly. But anyway, um, I believe when it was first released, it had a 70% bonus to spin up time, but I could be wrong on that. Yeah, 70%, but I could be wrong. Anyway, I suppose that's all I want to say. That's all I know about its update history. So, yeah. Let's see. I don't know. This weapon could be, what is it? Crafted using 2 reclaimed metals and brass beast, but it's probably a better option to simply trade a scrap metal or half a scrap metal for it instead. So yeah. Well, that's pretty much all I want to talk about. If you enjoyed this video, or at least found it somewhat entertaining, or at least got something out of it, I really appreciate if you like, comment, and or subscribe. So yeah, see ya. Great. There's still approximately 20 seconds of video left. Alright, 16 seconds of video left. So that Robo update recently, that was pretty cool. So yeah, I guess I'll talk to y'all later.